Here's Stephen's cottage. All being redone now. Let's go and see John.
Weekend we had a big family gathering and had approximately a bottle of brandy in 24 hours. And
How's that tea coming along? How's that tea coming along?
Oh,
just, yeah, good coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Now, what you do is that you must get your willpower right, and this is how you do it. First of all, once a week, you try.
Do you want to have a look at the nest first?
Yeah, I want to look at the nest. All right, I'll just go up. I got a little light on here too. Let's have a look. This is what we're gonna move.
Yeah, they're not savage at the moment. But see, there's quite a few. Look at the size of them. They're only half waxed, isn't it? Just small ones, like.
Right.
But they'll grow. There'll be big wasp later on. It don't take long. And that nest is taken 7 weeks to build it. Look at it. And it started the size of a bit better than a walnut.
Wow.
And look at the size of it now. And it's so delicate on the outside, you know. If you touch that fabric now, it wouldn't collapse, but you'd break it, you know. Break the surface. And that's all. The wasps go out there and get rotted wood, chew it up and make paper from it. It's a type of paper, you know.
Uh-huh.
Aye.
Yeah.
So look at them going in and out. They won't bother if you keep still. They're not angry at the moment in any way because I'm not being disturbed. But if you touch that, they'll be out in force.
Yes.
These are just working away, see, they're going out and passing by us. But you get later on, they'll be into pieces. Oh, so what I'm going to do, I've got a... Where the hell is it? That box, we're going to catch that nest in that. I'll put some hay in it.
Right.
Just so it doesn't damage the nest if we can help it, you know?
Right.
Drop it in there. And I'm going to make a wooden lid that I can drop right on the top, you know, with wood round it. Just put it on, the hole will be bored in that, but it'll be taped. It'll be taped up. And then of course this will be the camouflage. I've got some paint to do that. I'll do it green, you see. And then it will take it to the woods, put it in the trees.
Pull off the tape?
Pull the tape off and walk away fast.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'll have to be. Because by that time, you know, there'll be... well, we can't do this for a week because the pony club's in the race course and a lot of youngsters there, you know, riding the horses up and down.
Aye.
They just don't want to have any accident. Because if these guys did start to go on the rampage, that's it.
It seems to me you should have been working as a something to do with caring for animals.
Well, I've always cared for animals.
You know, I always have anyway, yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah. And I tell you what, I got a letter through they wanted me to subscribe £2.10 to, you know, a month for tree preservation. They're trying to get all these trees, you know, there's a lot of problems about trees in Britain now.
Yeah.
And they're getting short all over the world, you know.
Yeah.
Trees, they're knocking them down, you just never ask permission, just down they go.
Right.
And I've planted, raised them, well, what I find, 2 or 3 inches high, and raised them up to about 5-6 foot. And there's 131 in the racecourse, and the trunks as thick as, great thick trunks, you know.
Yeah. Well, you're your own tree preservation society of your own.
pear tree,
Yeah.
high as that. Well, when you come to my house, you pass a grove of those, not pear trees, but trees equally as big.
Oh, behind that fence. Behind that fence and around that building. You told me about that, where you
The
told...
church, I would have seen all those.
Yeah, yeah, those are all yours.
And they're all varieties, all different varieties.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't just put all of the same type in.
Did you see the beaches are all down, eh?
They haven't taken the old beaches down.
All of them.
What is that then? What?
Well, two of them blew down. One on the front blew down, and another one on the back on the same storm blew down.
Aye.
And the council sent somebody around to have a look at the other ones, and they were so big. Said, well, the one that fell down was 30 ton of timber,
Yep.
and they were afraid that the other ones were going to fall over too.
Aye.
So-
Where did they cut them off by then?
Where?
Where did they cut them off by? The very bottom?
No, well, the stumps are about that high from there.
Well, they should have left a bit more trunk than that.
And what would it do? It would grow up again?
Well, no, it wouldn't. Well, they'll always have a go, you know, if this big greenie comes through, if the roots are in good nick. But they should have left a bit of trunk so people could look at them. They were mighty trunks.
They were. Oh, you should see them. Yeah, they are.
Well,
they were
just
mighty
bloody
trees.
Stumps, they'll rot in no time.
Yeah.
You know, once the softwood in the middle just will start to go.
It was a shame to see the stumps there, because the last time I was here there was 4 mammoth trees, and they were huge. They're some of the biggest. Well, the biggest beeches I've ever seen for sure, but some of the biggest trees I've ever seen.
The Bonnie Prince Charlie's army slept under those beeches, man.
Yeah.
When he lived in that house.
They said it was 150 years old, according to the rings. One of those trees.
150. Well, that's good age, yeah.
So 18. When was Bonnie Prince Charlie around?
1745.
Well, he couldn't have done then, could he?
Not really, no.
No.
No, they get tales about them, you know.
Right.
But that tree at Allison's, the Lawton, the yew, you know, it's 250 years old.
Really?
Aye. They're the yews that they made the longbows out of, you know. And,
I didn't know that. The longbows out of the yews, because
they
the
went-
yew is very
went to
flexible.
France at the Battle of Agincourt and slew the French aristocracy.
Who, the British
The
did?
English peasants. They did it.
Really?
They slaughtered them. The whole lot of that, because, you know, in those days, the knights, you know, they were the great men, you know, and mounted on marvellous chargers and whatnot. And these guys came over with the armies from Lord Dacre from Penrith, his archers. They were just peasants, because the king at the time said every boy child from the age of 5 will have to learn to draw the longbow. And they did. The clubs in all the villages, you know, around here and that. And you can even see stones in Penrith there where they used to sharpen the arrows on.
Really?
Aye, well, there's that arrow stones. And then they went off to, well, they were at Flodden Field. They went there and slew the Scots, you know, these archers, you know. But the thing what they did at Agincourt, the French cavalry were away at this one end of the field, the battlefield, and the British got down into a narrow neck, and they worked out that the ground was very boggy here, you know, and they got into this narrow neck between some trees and whatnot, and they put archers over this and archers over that flank, and then what they did, in fact, there's a man got fined for doing it at Penrith. He went through the police camera thing. He got caught, you know, speeding a bit. He was an old guy getting on a bit, and the next time he come back through, he got done fine for that. The next time he come through, he done that. He took both hands off the wheel and did that.
To the cameras.
You know what that was?
Well,
That was what they used to use in the olden days, of 2 fingers. You know, the bowman, because if the French caught a bowman, they chopped his fingers off. They did, they chopped them off.
so that he couldn't shoot anymore.
I was no good as a bowman, but before they started the battle, they all went like that and give a big cheer, a big roar, you know.
Right, I've got my fingers.
And then these guys charged, and they just let go, and they could pull a boy 140 pounds in, you know, and the arrows were going 1 a second,
Yeah.
Right into them. Thousands of them, you know, they used to carry huge loads of them. And they just went down. But what they did, they shot all the horses. You know, the horses were the vulnerable thing, eh?
Right.
And, you know, nobody likes to kill a horse, but...
Well, once the horses are gone, it's
they're
like...
going to get flattened. So,
Yeah.
and they went down, and the bog was very boggy, you see, and they were sinking in and whatnot. So they just went in among them and slaughtered them. You know, just give them a stick of...
And what was the... Why was it they even bothered to go down and fight with them in the first place?
Oh, well, if all is fought, you know, they said if all is fought the French, like, you know, it's all but it was just natural for them to do it. Well, they used to fight everybody at one time. I mean, the Spanish, you know, and, you know, my grandfather said he was in an old army. He said, the order was, he said, stand fast, lads. When you smell the garlic, fire. You had to let them get right on top of you, because that's when you could really hit them, you know.
Right.
It's no good open fire when they're 20 yards off. You've got to work them about 5 yards and then let them have it. You can't miss.
Yeah.
Because they can't do anything when they gallop and when they're running on footing. Can't do much. So
Bloody
they never
hell.
get to close quarters.
Oh, well, we're great friends with the French now, though, aren't we?
Oh, well. Yes, I would say, but they still eat bloody horses, don't they? They do. No, I wouldn't. Any man that eats horses is a cannibal.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
I don't mind them eating frogs and that, you know, but, and slugs and stuff. But to eat horses like it's bad work, that. It's not done here. I wouldn't eat horse here.
No.
No good at all.
No.
Anyway, the tea's getting cold.
All right, yes.
That box will be, I'll put that on a tree, camouflage, so nobody will see it.
And they'll be just as, they'll be as happy as they are,
If
yeah.
anybody ever, well, you know, it's such a, you couldn't destroy a creature that made a nest like that, could you?
No.
After all that work,
No.
a man couldn't do that. Man, they would want to go and strike in that.
Same with the spiders, right?
Eh?
It's hard to kill a spider, isn't it?
Oh, I wouldn't kill a spider. If you wish to live and thrive, let the spider run alive.
That's a good one.
Spiders, you know, a spider in your house is more value than any bottle of disinfectant ever, because it will not touch your food in any way. It won't. It makes cobwebs, and the women wipe them off.
Right.
Which is, you know, bad work. That you can leave one or two, you know, but no, they eat things you can't see.
Yeah.
They're predators, you know.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
They eat creatures you can't see, which in your bed and everything else, you know. Everybody's got these little bugs, you can't see them, and that's what they live on.
Yeah.
And if you throw one out the window, guarantee it'll come back.
Is that right?
Oh yes, they've heard it. It's got to come back to its own heath, you know, where they live.
Yeah.
Same as sheep do. They do the herdwicks. They do the same trick.
Oh well.
Sell a one on a fat herdwick. Your dad will know this about that. Herdwick sheep. If you sell your hill farm, you've got to sell the sheep as well. He's got to buy the sheep.
Because you'll never get
You
them
can't
off.
take them anywhere else, because if you do, they'll come back. They will. You can't take them away and plant them someplace else. I mean,
Really?
you walk 40 miles and you know nowhere to come, you know. Amazing, isn't
It is.
it? Right.